Welcome back to Wet Paint and happy Valentine's Day. Today's title is called Red Flags and Roses. And my painting here is called Rooted and Not Rushed. So get my paints on my little plate here. And don't mind my voice shot. I'm still getting over this cold. I wish it would hurry up and be done. I feel like this painting is going to be very, very, very pretty. We'll put some black on here, anyways. On Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is marked a day of romance. But love is deeper than a holiday, y'all. Society focuses on gifts, status, being chosen. But real love is consistency, safety, and alignment. Because you can still receive flowers and still feel unseen. You can be single and still feel deeply loved. And that's I can relate to. Because I'm very single. I'm very content. And even though I don't have a Valentine in the physical, my Valentine's Day has been fantastic. Love cannot be proven in one day. It is an everyday behavior. A lot of people express it like more today because of Valentine's Day, but it should be expressed every day. You ever ask yourself, like, have you ever felt alone with someone? Let me reflect on that question. I want to say yes, especially when I was in relationships with narcissistic people where everything was like about them. That makes you feel pretty alone in a relationship. Well, here's another question. Have you ever felt alone or ignored red flags because of Valentine's Day? I really can't speak to that question much because I usually celebrate Valentine's Day by myself anyway. But I like it. Usually I'm working, but so again, Valentine's Day is not about gifts and flowers. So on this Valentine's Day, I am focusing on self-love. And that is not selfish. I get called selfish a lot for that. My mom especially calls me selfish. And I keep telling her, like, you need to be selfish. You need to take care of you first. If you don't take care of you, and how are you going to help anybody else? It's not selfish to love yourself and stand on your boundaries. Yeah, that just grows a little bit.
Most move because I know my don't chase energy. I reverse that.
I like your stance, I like your pace. Stay in pocket, never out of place. If you got in this play, don't fake that part. The funk is true, straight from the heart. So if you're working with me, stay with the chest. No things, no
No,
just show us. If you're falling in love, don't
love should never require you to shrink.
it's only real time.
It should be calm, secure, clear, no confusion. Should never have to beg. I feel like the younger me, which is insane because I think about it now and I reflect on maybe 15 years ago, or the last time I was single. I would do a lot of things that seemed very, I don't know, what they would say. And I don't even know why. As I reflect on it today, like, I don't know why I did some of the things I did. Put up with some of the things I put up with. Like, oh my God, the drama that I just put up with. Once I stayed in those relationships and that brought me totally out of character so many times. Like, by the grace of God, I did not go to jail for the shit that I did. I'm going to give you some examples. So I have 2 kids with someone, 2 boys with someone. And when I first met him, he had another baby mother. And what I didn't know was this baby mother was like 6 months pregnant at the time. And I had no idea because this man was like so secretive. He was a Leo too. Then Leos be sneaky. Because he was so quiet and so, like, he was probably one of the nicest people. Like, he still is. Like, I have no beef or qualm with him. He's a great dad. He's always been a great dad. But that baby mother, first of all, our first encounter, she did not know me. She didn't know anything about me. All I know is when she knocked on my apartment door and she saw me, her jaw just hit the floor. Like she was so shocked to see me. Like, because this man was not, like, he didn't even break up with her. He just, like, left her and, like, didn't even tell her nothing. So, of course, I'm looking like this home wrecker or whatever, and I have no idea what's going on. But that was only the beginning. I was this hot mess. And let me tell you, I dealt with this shit for 6 years. And at first I thought everything was so perfect, but I did not. I ignored every freaking red flag that there could have been. Like, that was the first instance. And the first time she saw me, she called me the B word. And, that didn't bring me out of character at that point. Cause I was like, okay, a woman scorned or whatnot. She's feeling hurt. Where's myself? So I'm not a fighter. I just I be feeling like I'm too pretty to be fighting. So was no nothing there. I didn't say anything at that point, but that girl, like, tried to make my life a living hell. And there was one time this is a 6-year span. She broke my apartment window one time. I didn't know until I got home. So what I did was I what you call it? I staked out her crib all night one night because I was gonna fuck her up. But she never came home. I think that somebody either tipped her off or she saw me staking her place out. But I did get my revenge on her. My crazy self went over to this girl house. I pulled up. I even left my car running. Pulled up, walked past, like, she had all her friends there and shit. I walked past all her friends. Her friends let me walk past all of them. And I started banging on her door. She wouldn't open it, of course, because she was scared. Because if she would open that door, boy, I tell you what, it would have been on and popping. And I'm not a fighter, y'all. I don't fight. Like I said, I'm too pretty to be fighting. But that girl, she took it way too far. Like, I get you're bitter. I get you're mad. Your baby daddy don't want you. Like, but that's a you problem, and I ain't got nothing to do with that. But she didn't open the door, long story short. She did not open the door, but on my way down, I took the biggest rock I could find in her yard. And I busted out her car window. And then I drove off. And the thing about this is, like, what kind of friends do you have that allowed me? I was by myself, mind you. You allowed me to walk up to your door, try to confront you, and then let me pick up a rock and bust your window, and didn't nobody do shit, say shit. Like, those ain't your friends, honey. Those is not your friends. But I thought I was gonna go to jail that day. That's just one story of this relationship, y'all. Like, I felt like, for me at the time, I felt like he was like the perfect dude. Like, he was such a sweetheart. At least I thought, until I found out he was a cheater. But if it wasn't for that drama ass shit. But another time, she had her baby. But she came over to my apartment, and she was mad that I had her little baby. And my baby daddy was next door at the laundromat, and I had the little baby with me. And she was so pissed off about it. Like, she wasn't talking shit to me because she know better, but she was talking shit all to my baby daddy.
Yeah.
And then I had came outside, and she started running off at the mouth, and she brought her friend over and everything. And as soon as I stepped off the porch, she locked herself in her car. So what did I do? I jumped off my back porch and I got in her car too. She didn't lock her back doors. And this is so funny, y'all. I was swinging at her from the back seat, and her friend that she brought over with her was saying, "Girl, why the hell you bring me over here? I got a warrant." Like, it's 2 against 1, and both these girls was scared of Lil Omi. It was the funniest shit. Those are just a couple instances of my drama in that relationship.
Shadows moving on the wall.
And no, that has nothing to do with Valentine's Day, but it's just some funny stories, y'all, that I just reflect on. Like, shit that I can't believe that I did. How many times that she called the police on me. Oh my God. One time she came over and she was acting crazy. Me and my daughter was 4 years old at this time. I opened the door and we just started throwing eggs at her ass. It was so funny. That bitch got egged. Me and my daughter was egging her. See, today me would have never did that. Like, that's real childish. But that girl took me there. The irony in this story is I didn't go to jail for anything that I did. Like, she called me and she was like, she wanted a truce and she wanted to be cool or whatever. And of course, that I'll be cordial with you. We ain't never gonna be cool. Like, we never gonna be friends. But after me and him broke up, she was trying to be my friend. She was calling me like, we should go to court and she was trying to lock him up. I had to tell that bitch, look, I'm not bitter. I'm not mad at this man. This man was a cheater, yeah. But I'm not mad at him. He's still a good dad. Don't call me with that bullshit. That's why I told her, like, don't call me with that. I'm not gonna lock my kid's dad up. That's crazy. As much shit as he do for my kids, that ain't happening. But she wanted to be friends after all that drama. I say all that to say you ain't gotta deal with nobody's shit, man. Baby mothers think because they got kids with them, like, you gotta deal with them forever. No, the fuck you don't. You sure as hell do not. I really don't date people with kids anyways, but my daughter always told me that was wrong to me. She was like, how the hell is you gonna tell people you don't date people with kids, but you got kids? And I'm like, because baby mothers don't like me. They be acting real fucking funny. And I'm not gonna be going to jail for no stupid ass baby mom. Cause I know me and I know my temper and I'm not a fighter, but shit, I know I ain't gonna be no punk neither. Shit. If I defended myself against grown men, don't think for a second I'm not gonna defend myself over no woman. So, but I just stay away from those situations so I don't have to. But this is my 5th year of not having a Valentine, but well, not necessarily not having a Valentine, because I have a Valentine, he just like far as hell, far away. But I'm okay with that. Like, my mom just asked me today. I went to see my mom today. And she just asked me, like, don't you be lonely? Like, I do not. I'm never lonely. Never. Like, I don't know. I'm so comfortable in my just me being by myself. Like, there's never no loneliness. I'm never lonely. I always got something I could be doing. I could be painting. I could be listening to music. TV's not very entertaining it doesn't stimulate my mind enough, but I mean, there's like so many things that I can occupy myself. I could read. I love to read. Like, once I had a friend that maybe these are all red flags. Maybe I'm just realizing, like, even friendships could have red flags. Red flags ain't only in relationships. They could be in friendships too. That's a revelation for you right now. Cause my friend that I thought was my friend, he would always want me to stay in relationships that were just toxic as shit. So she was like, you don't want to be alone. Like, she wanted me to be miserable. Like, that's crazy. You got friends like that try to keep you tied into relationships that your ass should not be in. Clearly, cut that friend off. You don't need a friend like that. Because look, she want you to be miserable. She must be miserable. She wants you to be miserable. She wanted me to stay in relationships where motherfuckers was cheaters and had babies and shit on me. Like, you don't want to be alone. Like, bitch, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone than have a fucking clown. That's all I be meeting nowadays is these guys with problems. They get to talking, and I'm like, oh yeah. Like for example, this one guy, I met him through TikTok, but he lives here in Michigan, and he has his own business and stuff. And I did a couple paintings for him, but these men need to stop. If you're interested in a woman, do not text her and tell her your business about your drama with your baby mama, drama with your kids, your court problems. Don't say all that shit because girls is not finna want to look. At least a real one is gonna just not even fucking talk to you like that. Like you just gonna be in the friend zone forever. Cause I'll be damned. You start talking about court with your kids and you got a court case and it sounds like you got a lot of shit going on and you ain't got time to be trying to start any relationship. Like, I don't understand that about men. Back in 2010, I met this guy and he did not even have his shit together at all. And he was trying to start a relationship. Like, I don't understand that. If you want a real woman, you cannot come like as a bum, essentially. Like, it took this man to go to jail for me to get rid of him. Like, I could not get rid of this guy. I was mean to him on purpose. One time, he called me and said, could I pick him up from the library? And I said, sure, I'll pick you up from the library. And then I get to the library, he's nowhere to be seen. So I just left. So he walked all the way, it took him like an hour to walk all the way to my house. And he was so mad that he had to walk. And I said, well, first of all, I'm not waiting for nobody. If you ask me for a ride, you better be waiting because you got me fucked up. Like, I did so much mean shit to him and he still would not leave me alone. I used to call him cornball because he was such a cornball. Like, he was black, but he didn't want to be black. I didn't understand. It's like he was upset that he was black. Dude, be proud of who you are, bro. Yeah. He went to jail. I was happy. I was so happy, y'all. Because I remember the day I met him, I was at a Save-A-Lot. And when I go in the stores and I know this dude liking me out or whatever, I just won't make eye contact. I'm like, nope. As soon as you make eye contact, they think that you're interested. So I try not to make eye contact with nobody because I was not in Save-A-Lot to meet no damn body. But oh my gosh, I just knew it. He came over there and started talking to me. So I was like, okay, how bad can this dude be? Oh my gosh. He was drama is what he was. Like so I didn't want a boyfriend. And I told him that. So what he would do, this is some dirty shit right here, y'all. If he was messing with other females, he would tell the other females, oh, I'm messing with this girl, or when this girl is ready to be my girlfriend, I'm going to go be with her. And she would tell these females that. And then these females would be hitting me up in my inbox saying shit like I had to block females. I had to block his baby mother. She was messaging me, asking me questions like, oh my gosh, that was just the worst mistake was to ever even talk to him. Then when he finally went to jail, I was like, thank God. But then he was writing me from jail. Then when he got out, he called me and he said, I'm going to come to your house. And I said, dude, if you show up at my house, I'm going to call the police on you. And he did not show up at my house, Charlie. But one time he did throw rocks at my window. And I was like, who the fuck is throwing rocks at my window? Like, this dude was crazy. I'm so glad I don't live in a house no more. Lord, let me tell you. And the last time he contacted me was probably like maybe a year ago. Because ironically, my daughter's father knows him. And one day my daughter's father messaged me and was like, are you talking to, him? And I was like, why do you keep asking me that? And hell no. I guess this dude is telling people that he talks to me or whatever. That was just drama. That dude was drama. Like telling females that we're going to be together. Like, dude, you just live in Santa. So yeah. I met some really, really weird people in my life. This is probably my first Valentine's Day off in a long time. And it's actually been pretty sweet. Believe it or not, I like things, but I'm not really a materialistic person. I don't think I've ever been a materialistic person. Like, I remember one person tried to talk to me. He was like, telling me what he can buy me or what he drives or like that shit does not entice me. I don't care about any of that. Because one thing about me is I'm a very independent person. You know, I've learned through life experience that you cannot depend on anybody but yourself. Like at the end of the day, like I've been in relationships where, like I was in a relationship where I knew I had to leave, and it literally took me 2 years to get to the point where I could, like financially, like having to like find a babysitter and find transportation and all these things that I had to do to gain my independence. And I was like, never again will I put myself in that situation. And even when I was married, like it was not, so marriage is supposed to be a you turn into one type of situation. And that was not at all what I got into. What was mine was mine, and what was his was his. Like when we divorced, that's how it was. He took what belonged to him. I took what belonged to me. And we split custody, and that was it. I mean, I ended up getting slapped with the child support, but I mean, it is what it is. And I think the reason being it's either because I made more money than him at the time or because I'm the one who filed. Not sure. I was like, I was grateful for that because he's a narcissist. And the worst thing, I didn't want no, one thing I know is I didn't want no beef with him. Like, you can't win with a narcissist. I mean, he's not a pushover. I'm not gonna let him push me over or nothing like that. But I'm not going to fight and bicker over shit that just don't matter. Like, I'd rather have peace and like I just took it like I'll pay the child support. It is what it is. Like, had it been him to pay child support, it would have been problems. I believe everything happens for a reason. So God knows what he's doing. This is coming out really pretty.
You see straight through me again and again. Every move you make, every word you say, got my mind floating far away. Got me daydreaming.
You know, next year I might be by myself on Valentine's Day still. I tell people I'm not girlfriend material. And I say that because I'm not the most attentive female. Like, I'm not that female who's gonna wake up in the morning and be like, good morning, good night, how are you? Like, my ex-husband used to be mad all the time because I just would not text them. Or, like, I'm just not an attentive person. I don't know. Even with my kids, like, I'm just not built that way, I guess. I enjoy my time. One time I was painting, my ex-husband came into our, he used to always be in the bedroom playing his video game. I would be in my dining room in my little area where I used to paint. He came in there one time. He like was critiquing something that I was painting, and he said some smart shit. And I said to him, like, what the fuck is you doing in there anyway? Oh my gosh. I say him the fuck off. Like he just required too much attention. When I first met him, I was like finishing my college degree. So I spent a lot of time away, like on your computer and things like that. So, and then after I was done with my degree, I still spent time away because I'm painting and I'm doing things. And he required like all this attention. He just like his friends, their girlfriends would just be at the job, chilling with them and shit. Like, chill at your job? Like, are you crazy? Like, I see you enough already. I already want to punch you in the throat. Like, can you imagine if I went to your job with you, man? No. So that's why I say I don't think I'm girlfriend material. I'm just. Then I was always being accused of cheating, like, because of my lack of attention. This dude think I'm giving my attention to somebody else. Like, I'm not giving you attention. What makes you think I'm giving it to somebody else? Like, but I get it. I get where the thought process is. My thought process was like, I'm not giving attention to you. Why would you think I'm giving it to somebody else? Like, but I get it. If you're a dude and the first thing that comes to their mind is she must have given her attention to somebody else. And nope, I'm not a cheater. Never. I'd rather just be single than be cheating. Like I don't even have the mental capacity to be keeping up no lie. I just don't. Like I would not remember my lie. That's how bad of a liar I would be. And I don't see no rhyme or reason for it anyways. Why lie? Just keep it a buck. But I do also get to some people are in marriages. Oh, people are gonna judge me for this. But back in the day, I used to have this married friend that I used to like he was my situationship. And he's still married to this day, but he still does that dirty. Not with me, because I don't mess around with married men no more, but he's not even here anymore. He stays in a whole different state. But and how I know that is because he tried to contact me last year, and I told him like, I'm not entertaining no married man. I don't care what we did in the past. Like, I'm not entertaining you. And what he said was, I can't just leave and start over. And I'm like, hold up, no, did nobody say that? Don't put words in my mouth. Absolutely don't do that because I would never, ever, ever be with you because you're a cheater. I am not stupid. You would do me just like you do her. So, but that's his thing. Like he stays in it and keeps cheating because it's just, he can't just pick up and start over. So I guess I can understand that to an extent. But I just feel like, man, maybe he's just not as miserable as he thinks or he claims to be. Because I'm a person, I'm not going to be in nothing miserable. I'm not going to be, I don't give a fuck if we had fucking 20 kids. I'm not going to live my life in misery. Life is too short to be miserable. I don't give a fuck what we built, what we got together. Shit, I don't care. I'll let you have it all if that's the case. Like, I'm not going to fight over material shit. Like, I'll work and get that shit again. Like, my happiness is so important. And the biggest thing for me is because I want to show my kids, like, you do not have to put up with shit from nobody. You don't have to put up with shit from a job, a relationship, a family member, a friend. You do not. You can set those boundaries and they can fucking either respect them or get the fuck on. Like, and let me tell you, I have no friends. Clearly, everybody got the fuck on because I cannot be manipulated. You're not going to make me feel like I'm less than. You're not going to downplay me at all whatsoever. And it took me a lot of years to get to that point. So I'll be damned if someone's going to take that from me. So that's what I want to teach my kids. Like, I don't want my daughter to ever have to deal with somebody not treating her of her worth. Like, my daughter has this, she's the most kind spirit. Like what I was going through, with my house situation, like she was the person that lifted me up. Like, I wanted to give up. I was like, this is crazy. Like the way this is happening. And she lifted me up. She's the one who told me like, it's going to be okay. Everything happens for a reason. Like she really inspired me to like keep going. So clearly the way that I move, she sees. And she has picked up on throughout the years as a child and growing up with me. She does not depend on no man ever. That was one thing I always told her, like, never be dependent on no man. I don't care. Unless you're like married. If you're married, that's a little different situation. Because at that point, like, you're supposed to be one. The man is supposed to lead. He's supposed to. But you're just in a relationship with somebody. I told her, make sure everything is got your name on it. Anything, he's staying with you. Shit. So you not asked out. So far she's doing pretty good. My roses are so beautiful, y'all. They're coming out very nice. I'm a little worried about these roses. When I first started with it, love cannot be rushed. That's for sure.
It must be love. The way you snake, woman, every snack and every breath I take. Must be love. Touch your fire is my soul, and don't play doing those.
There's people that tell me that they love me, they really don't even know me at all. It's crazy. Like they know my social media personality.
Must be love. When I get home with
Which,
you,
I mean, I guess it's me.
and it
Like, I am real online. Like, that is me. But for somebody to say they love me, it's crazy. Maybe it's more of an infatuation, a starstruck type of thing. Depending on you, I want some black around the stand. They must be little petals. Maybe it'll pop.
Girl, whatever this feeling is, I swear it's divine. It must be love, no doubt, no guessing, no running from it. Oh, your love feels like this.
So far, every holiday in 2026 has been fantastic, y'all. Fantastic. So far, 2026 has been awesome for me. Not quite where I want to be, but I'm getting there. I am getting there. And the weather here is starting to warm up. Like, it was so beautiful today outside. Should took some pictures when I was out there earlier. When I went to see my mother. I have this person that the last time I spoke to him, I told him that he no longer exists, and I'm gonna say his picture's on fire because I wasn't supposed to meet him anyways. And he actually is the store manager at a store where my mom lives. So she sees him all the time. And every time she sees me, she always got to talk about him. I'll be like, Mom, I don't care. I don't know who that is. Like, stop talking to me about him. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't know who that is. She talked about him today, and I was like, she was like, ha ha. He said you don't talk to him. No, I don't. Ha ha. Hey, I don't want to talk to him. He the person. So I wrote this song called Clowns. He's the inspiration behind that song. Because he's a fucking clown. Well, no, I ain't got nothing to say to that man. He a liar. And I told my mom, don't ever speak his name to me again. I don't want to hear that dude's name ever in life. He is dead to me. And I be thinking she just can't help it. She just can't help but to talk about him. I just asked her, don't talk about him to me. I don't care. I just be like, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that lying sack of shit. That's how I feel. Respectively. This is really nice, y'all. This is a really nice picture. I love this. Probably gonna add a little black into the petals. Maybe a little white into into the words. I'm do it a little different than my reference paper. I'm so amazed how fast I can get paintings finished. This is crazy. Whenever amazing things happen like that, I just be like, it's God. This is God. God's holding the paintbrush. I do that. Okay, we'll just. I don't know if I want to put this black in here more. We gonna go ahead and do it, y'all. Think I might have to not do that. I don't know. I kind of do not like that at all.
There's always things to think about, things you're not too sure about. Some things you let roll by, some things you can't live without. In night or more, let's just start to run.
I'm gonna have to fix that one.
Got the someone never say they love so much. You wonder what they're, cause sometimes you see what they're thinking of. Cause you're not sure what to do. But there's one thing in my life that I don't question anymore. No second guessing, no maybe's no wondering what my heart's for. I don't know much about tomorrow. I know it's true. But from the moment I wake till I close my eyes.
If y'all don't notice, I love love. I don't have a love, but I love love.
Think about it.
I think love is beautiful. These are so pretty.
Go on, place, think of the same time. Sometimes love
Do I outline the leaves? Do I not outline?
sometimes it makes you fall. But when it really speaks without words, no explanations, no forgiveness. I've searched my heart for hours, tried to find a reason why. But every time I listen close, your name answers back inside. And when the world's but you, I don't know much about tomorrow. I don't know where every road will go. But I know there's feeling in my soul, and I know it's you. I know it's you. I don't know all the answers in life. I don't know why love man upstairs already told me. Put it deep down in my heart. Not with words, but with peace. Right from the very start. When I wake up in the morning, when I lay my head down.
Beautiful. I swear, acrylic paint is like the best work with.
Every step I take in faith gets me closer to you. I don't know much about tomorrow, but I know love when I feel it this strong. I don't know how I got so lucky, but I know where I belong.
Take a drink of mango juice. I was a little worried I was going to mess it up with this black, but I think that it looks good. That I should not have ate that pizza I ate earlier. I to myself, hey, pizza sounds so good. And now my heartburn is like burning out my chest. Yeah, listen to your first mile when it said you not to do some shit. A stubborn person, the most stubborn person I know. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. I feel I can deal with the consequences later. I want to do what makes me happy now. And my take on this rooted, not rushed, is love is rooted. It's not rushed. Move with love. I try to. I try to move with love and compassion. Sometimes it's difficult to tolerate certain things, and I got to catch myself because I feel like sometimes I judge and I don't know the whole story. Wait around them. One of your roses underneath. Beautiful. I like painting flowers. I don't paint them very much, but and I think it's fun to tattoo flowers too. I don't do tattoos, but I've done my own tattoos. And the flowers I've done look pretty nice.
You never think one way to change me.
So I done finished my rooted not rushed painting in my 3 roses. I want y'all to know Valentine's Day is not about proving your worth because you're already worthy. Love is not something that you chase. It's something you align with. And when you love yourself deeply, you stop entertaining confusion. You stop causing chaos. You stop shrinking. The best Valentine's Day you can give to yourself, best Valentine's gift you can give to yourself is boundaries, standards, and peace. I've been single for 5 years. It's been the most content 5 years of my entire life. I don't think I'll ever want to get into a relationship again, but that's how content I am. So y'all, you don't need a Valentine's Day to enjoy Valentine's Day. All right. So that's going to wrap up this episode of Wet Paint. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time on Wet Paint. Bye, y'all.